common understanding of supply chains is they all will go to China. Cheaper, better, faster. That's changing pretty dramatically. It changed with when we saw the events of weather and political disruptions in that part of the world. It changed as customers began to understand the value of having alternatives to that supply chain. It changed as political events began to push prices and costs in those geographies to a level of, in many cases, just uncertainty, but certainly in most cases higher. Sometimes it's just time to market. As China has moved their manufacturing focus more inland and is trying to create a high value sector on the coastline, that's created a transportation challenge for any manufacturer who is going to Europe or in some cases the East Coast of the United States. And so one of the growth geographies for manufacturing in the last 5 to 10 years has been Mexico and Latin America. Good university, good source of technical talent, good workers, much shorter and much more secure supply chains coming out of Mexico, where we've created large presences, than the all-in costs of working through some Asian situation where it's your only source of supply and therefore brittle. What's happening now as a result of communications, digitization, opening of markets, is that more countries are competitive, more educated populaces are being able to access the jobs that are created by these manufacturing zones that we're creating in now not just China, but in almost any country that can deliver the educated workforce, the motivated workforce, and the open borders to be able to move components in and finished goods out into whatever market they need to serve. When I was in school, we used to talk about mass personalization. We didn't have the capability to do anything about it, but we talked about it a lot. Today, we have the capability to do something about it. In my career in the design automation business at Cadence, one of the systems that we worked hard on and is being realized today is the notion that if a designer, when he's designing a semiconductor or a circuit board or even a system, call it a camera or a phone or a toaster or the front end of a Maytag washing machine, if the designer knows about availability of components, performance of components, specification of components, factory availability, market demands, that designer will make different design decisions based on the constraints that he or she can understand looking out into that world. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even maybe 5 years ago, access to that information simply wasn't available. Today, with the kind of access that you have both directly and indirectly from all kinds of media, you can start making design decisions based on your understanding of component supply, component cost, component performance, factory availability, supply chain movements, and not just the markets that you hope to serve with the product that you're designing at some price point. I know of several companies who are putting together those kinds of systems so that when the events that that represent risks that they're managing to begin to happen, they know about it instantaneously and can begin imagining the adjustments that they'll make in their systems to accommodate for those risks. I'm describing insurance companies who look at weather events and then project them out and see where the flow of the storm's going to be and look at the exposures they have in that marketplace and start mobilizing for that. I'm talking about, of course, designing products because that's my work and what it takes to get those products to market at the right place, at the right time, at the right cost. All of those sources, all those information sources are available in a way to be analyzed and understood to help us make decisions that before were just gut feel.